Welcome to the Inquiry Theory. I'm Micah.
And I'm Ethan.
And we are broadcasting
from the United States of America.
America. Maragui.
America.
What did he say?
That's what he said. America.
That old man needs to just...
He needs to sleep.
Yeah, poor Sleepy Joe.
Yep.
Poor guy. It's elder abuse. Why are our politicians all over the age of 75?
Yeah, why are they all decrepit? I don't know.
Yeah,
because there's no term limits or age limits.
Yeah, well,
same reason you get caught behind a old man driving his 1960s truck down the highway going 30 miles an hour.
Did this just happen to you recently?
No, but it has.
I was like, there's the personal attack.
Yeah.
Oh man. So this is gonna be just a kind of a chit chat, little chit chat of sorts. I really enjoyed our interview we did. It was fun.
It was good.
Yeah. And I think it did pretty well. I think you just ignore the haters and it suddenly everything performs really well on social media.
Yeah.
So for today, I have a couple things I want to talk about. I don't know which one I should start with. I think I'll start with the one that won't last as much of a rant. They're more rants.
Okay.
So I needed to make sure I get my terminology correct here because that is important. Let's see here. So basically what I saw was I don't know if it's a bill. It was pushed forward in it's called the Jail Act, and it's being pushed forward in the Senate. So that's as of November 20th is when it was kind of pushed forward. So Jail Act. So what this does is the Jail Act will allow a judge to be civilly sued by the family members of or the victim's family members if the judge releases a criminal and that criminal then goes out and harms somebody. So, for example...
I've read about that.
Yeah, the subway. Mm-hmm. So, a woman was set on fire on the Chicago subway. The guy who did it had been arrested 72 times prior. This is what gets me, is he was out on bail or whatever. He was out, not being held in jail, awaiting a trial for, drumroll, assaulting someone.
Go figure.
Yeah. So he just had assaulted somebody, was let go, awaiting trial, and then burned someone. Yeah, what's going on? What is this judge doing? It's the same judge. What? At some point, this is just ridiculous. 72 prior arrests, violent arrests in the past as well. Rap sheet stretching back to the 90s. This is someone who should not be out in polite society. He just shouldn't.
How many of his 72 arrests were for violent offenses?
Several. I don't know the exact number because they're still parsing through all the information, but it wasn't 72 possessions of marijuana.
Right.
He's violent assault stretching back to the 90s is what the article was saying.
Yeah.
So it was this act
must have had a good lawyer.
Well, so the reason he wasn't in jail before the trial, the previous trial before the next trial, I wonder if they'll just hold him on trial twice at the same time. I don't know.
I don't think they can do that.
So basically, the reason he was out was because the prosecutor had asked the judge to, he's a threat to the public, put him in jail. And she said, I can't put people in jail just because you ask me to. What's it there for then?
Yeah. He committed a crime, didn't he?
Yeah.
Multiple crimes, 72 crimes.
Yeah, yeah. So it's frustrating because it's she basically was erring on the side of, alleged crime because he hadn't been convicted of it. So it was a trial date, but normally you hold someone until they post bail or bond or whatever. But he didn't post anything. But they didn't require any. They let him be out.
Really, they left him out. They let him out on no bail.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. And then he went
Where
on fire.
what state was this?
Chicago.
Oh,
Illinois.
that makes sense.
So anyway, it was introduced by Senator Tim Shea. Basically, just allows civil action lawsuits against judges who, if, like, for example, if this goes through, the family of the woman, I don't know if she was still alive last I saw. I think she still is. I hope she still is. But it would allow them to civilly sue the judge for allowing this guy to be out.
Good.
Yeah.
Hold them accountable as much as anybody else.
Yeah. It's
like
frustrating.
the idea that judges can't be corrupt or have, biased opinions is, ridiculous. So they need to be able to be held accountable just like anybody else can.
Well, their judgment needs to be called in question when they allow a violent felon, to not be held in jail awaiting trial for a violent offense.
Yeah, and be held accountable for their judgment. Yeah.
Yep. It's the same mentality of when they hold bartenders accountable for over serving.
Exactly. Same thing.
Customers.
Yep.
So it's ridiculous. But that was a big one that happened within the last 2 weeks. Which the segue into what I really want to talk about is I cannot resist the perfect moment to rag on the UK.
What happened?
The UK, I think it's Parliament, is pushing forward. They're trying to push forward a resolution to remove trial by jury for
you sent
crimes.
Me that.
Crimes. That carry a sentence under 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to save money, I guess.
So here's the thing: that's what's being pushed as. It's a way to expedite the process because they're backed up. This is why you see these stories, and it's important to have a little bit of context to what's going on with these stories around them, because they are currently having an influx of a large increase of people going through the system right now.
That's because they're arresting more people for stupid shit.
Right there, because they're arresting people for hate crimes and posting stuff.
They're just trying to expedite who they're arresting, for the stupid shit.
So here's the thing: is I would like to see his data. I haven't seen it. I have to do a little more digging. I did a quick little AI search and didn't really find much, so I'm sure I just didn't ask the question well enough. But I would like to see the dismissal rate of charges against people when they're sent to jury trial for hate crimes and like stuff where it's like they post a Facebook meme and stuff like that, because they are getting arrested. 12,000 of them got arrested. I think it was last year, or with recently 12,000, the highest of any country that's reporting. I don't know Russia and China and other places are underreporting, but still, like UK is 12,000 people.
Doesn't really. We expect them to do
yes
stupid things or horrible things.
So it's just it's interesting to consider, because if you look at it, it's like, why are they trying to expedite this process? It's because, first off, let's assume that a large number of these that go to trial get dismissed. And they're like, well, how can we make this stick? I know, let's charge people hate crimes, but it carries a sentence of under 5 years. So then we will just put them before a judge, and a judge will just go guilty and sentence. And,
guilty, 4 years to 11 months in jail.
Yeah. You know what the maximum sentence is for hate speech in the UK?
What is it?
7 years.
Okay.
If you're found guilty of hate speech.
7 years in prison. Wow.
What have people been charged for with hate speech? I don't know the duration of their sentence, but what have they been charged for? Saying, speak English. I have seen someone be arrested for saying speak English.
That's crazy.
In London.
And I wonder what half the people there who can speak other languages, I wonder what they're saying about people in their native language. You know what I mean? Like, they could be talking shit all day and nobody would know what they're saying because they don't speak that language. You know what I mean? So why, so you can't really hold everybody accountable to the same standard. So I feel like that's kind of fucked up.
Well, it's just you're in London, and these guys, for whatever reason,
it's like if it was here, and there were some Mexicans talking shit in Spanish, we couldn't arrest them because we don't know what they're saying. You know what I mean? Or like half the cops, wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't be able to arrest them because they don't understand the language,
That's an interesting take. I hadn't thought of that. So
they're just arresting the English-speaking white people.
That's a very good point.
Maybe not white. I'm sorry. The English-speaking people.
They were white. I didn't consider that. I didn't consider that how are they enforcing that on people who
because I
they don't
guarantee you
understand.
those politicians have to wear a freaking translator earpiece every time they go to like a meeting or something with another diplomat. You know what I mean? Like, so how would they? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so how do they even know that everybody else ain't talking shit?
I'm waiting for the day that the UK shows up to the UN summits and they have an earpiece to translate when the president of the United States is up there talking.
Oh, just coming. Give it what, 5 years, maybe 10 years.
Oh man,
we'll have, that's just crazy. Well, it's scary too because at least from when I grew up, England was always like one of our number one allies. You know what I mean? It was always, we knew that they were right there to help, or they always thought of as a friend. And you see all this stuff going down over there, and it's kind of scary because you're like, how long until that stuff starts happening over here? Or they try.
They're trying.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Well, and also like they're kind of regressing back to like totalitarianism, like almost kind of like when they had a king. Like you get arrested for saying the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
we're kind of going backwards here, guys.
It's ridiculous because they pride themselves on having been the free country or free world. They're a leader of the free world, and they're arresting citizens for speak English.
Yeah. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Get over it, dude. Like, what? I don't know. That's crazy.
Like words. The thing that's so frustrating over there is there is no freedom of speech. No constitution to defend their freedom of speech. So they can technically do all these things. I think it's time that the citizens, and they're getting fed up, but they need to really elect people who are going to stop with it. Because I don't know who these people are these representatives that are elected, who they're representing. Because they're not representing the normal.
Either they haven't elected the right people yet, or it's just the woke mob became too large to where they're just too far gone. To where they're the vast majority of people are okay with everything that's going on. Which is scary. But I mean, they don't have guns, so they're kind of fucked. Like they already lost their guns. So you know what I mean. Like there's really nothing they could do except for, like you said, elect the right people. Well, if that's still even possible. That's the only shot they have.
Oh yeah.
But they don't have guns, so they're screwed.
No, a year ago, when the during the election cycle somewhere, about a year ago, Europe was getting or London, England, the UK, all them, they were getting trolled by people in the US because the was it police chief or somebody in higher up in like London was basically they were reporting on hate crimes, and like they're arresting people for speech and what they post on social media, and it went viral, and so people started bullying them from the US, just memes and making fun of them and all this stuff, and he actually held a press conference where he said that they would look at any and all possibilities to expedite U.S. citizens who broke UK speech laws for prosecution in the UK.
Wow. Wait, who's going to arrest them?
Basically, they'd have to do a joint operation with the U.S. to arrest U.S. citizens to ship them to U.K. to stand trial for posting mean things online.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got bullied even harder for that. You know what people were doing? People were, how VPNs work?
I don't know, it's some sort of
sign into a server,
IP address.
Yeah, they can redirect
security.
your IP address. So, for example, I could pretend like I'm posting from the UK, and anyone tracking my online internet would think I'm somewhere in the UK. People were doing that and then replying with things that they were arresting people for. So they didn't say they did, but I guarantee you they were wasting resources trying to track these people down.
That's hilarious.
I bet you they were, because people were doing it. People were like, "Yeah, I've switched my VPN to UK, and now I'm posting all this stuff."
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh man, UK is a joke. England's a joke. Imagine, we make fun of, what was it, the Cavs won from a 1-3. Like they won who was it? Golden State Warriors or whatever, and like 4 or 5 years ago, and basketball blew like a 3-0 lead or something in the finals.
Where are you going with this?
See, I don't know sports, so like,
I don't know
trying
basketball.
to do an analogy. Basically,
Okay.
I think it was whoever Curry's team is, Steph Curry's team. I think Golden State. I think he's California.
Golden State, I think. Yeah.
They were playing the Cavs and they had a 3-0 lead,
Mhm.
and then the Cavs won 4 in a row and won the finals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so everyone online for like months was like, imagine blowing a 3-0 lead.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the UK right now. Imagine owning everything.
Yeah.
And now you own nothing but a small island and your people hate you.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's funny.
Like, you have failed miserably.
It's a pretty good analogy. Yeah.
Just compare and contrast the look of the British having colonies all over the globe, you know, having so much stuff flowing into their wealth, flowing into their country.
Mhm.
And now some UK guys like, oh, American said mean thing online, now I'm mad.
Yeah.
Now we need to arrest them, but we can't arrest them. I saw so many people responding to when he did say that they would expedite people from the US to the UK to prosecute. People were posting memes with their guns and being like, go ahead and try.
Yeah, come and get me. Yeah.
No, it was silly. Yeah, UK is a joke. The police are
unfortunately, dude, it really sucks though.
It does, right?
That's so sad.
Imagine the British Army, and then now it's anyway.
And for what? You know, like
I don't know.
Like why though? You know,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to figure out like what's their motivation. Like do they have like a huge poverty rate over there? I can't imagine they do or did.
Their economy is kind of not great, but
well, I mean, it's a tiny island.
Yeah.
You know?
What did they expedite? Arresting people for free speech.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Or not expedite. There was one more. The police chief. They made an announcement. I think I've told you this before.
I guess that's inevitable. Sorry, go ahead.
They had there. I saw a clip. It was women police officers in plain clothes jogging and a police cruiser tailing behind them, and this task force they were talking about, really proud, it was a task force to catch people catcalling the women. And they even said in the video, they're like, well, they haven't committed a crime yet, but it's a potential crime they might commit.
Catcalling's a crime?
No, but they're alluding that catcalling leads to assault and leads to other things. And so what they're doing is they're stopping people at the catcalling thing, make them show, oh, it's not okay to catcall. It's not. I agree. It's kind of a pig behavior, but it is what it is.
That's not logical at all.
And then, like, it's not a good. I wouldn't say it's a proud behavior, but it's not assault. You don't need to be wasting police resources and tax money on that. And then, guess where they're doing it? In the white neighborhoods. Guess where they're not doing it?
In the white neighborhoods?
No, where they are doing it in white neighborhoods.
They're enforcing it in white neighborhoods?
Yeah, guess where they're not doing it?
Muslim neighborhoods?
Yep. Okay. They're not jogging out in the neighborhoods where all the migrants are. Yeah. Because nothing worse than catcalling is happening there.
No.
At all.
Huh.
In any amount.
That's a ridiculous thing to, spend police time on. That's crazy.
It's make it make sense, man. It doesn't. It does not make sense. UK though, they can do whatever they want. We just want to laugh at them.
Half the girls like that stuff anyway. You know what I mean? They're like, ew, stop. They're so stupid. You know what I mean? Like
it's over here.
Like, it pisses me off. That's that that's that feminist bullshit, dude. It pisses me off.
Well, like remember that Gillette commercial?
No.
There's a Gillette commercial like 4 or 5 years ago where it's like men need to be better or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that led to a meme where it was this woman attractive woman walked by, and this guy like was standing there and like saw her and like turned to like talk to her, and just the guy stepped in front and was like, whoa man, it's not cool.
Really? Who was so the man who said whoa stop man, that's not cool was the guy who shaved with Gillette razor or something?
So. I don't know. It's like
it's like cut to him in his bathroom like like what is that?
I'm gonna stop so much catcalling.
Yeah, like what? Oh, that's crazy.
No, dude, it was ridiculous. That ad was they got blasted for it.
Yeah, that's fun. That's ridiculous.
That wasn't even the worst part of the ad. There was so much more worse to it. It's like because basically they were just like boys will be boys will be boys.
Like that's just like a like that's just a normal human thing to do. That's crazy. You know, like even in any other animals, you know, like when they're going to make a rutting sound or something when a female walks up, you know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Like, it's
Well,
just.
I mean, okay. Is catcalling gross? And yeah, but
Well, it depends on it depends on what they're doing
but
and how
it's
bad
not.
it is.
It's
you know?
it's not this huge horrendous thing.
No, it's not something to arrest people over.
No, like
Yeah.
I've been catcalled and
Like, would I do it? No, I'm too much of a bitch.
No,
You know, I wouldn't.
I also wouldn't either because it's just.
It is a little, you know, cringy, as they would say now. You know, but
it's cringe, bro.
yeah, it's super cringe. But it's still not something to
just slide into our DMs,
you know, to arrest people over. You know,
no, it's yeah, and it's the crazy thing in the UK is they even admitted it wasn't a crime. There's like we're just making them aware before it becomes a crime. What are you thinking they're gonna do?
Yeah.
What data could you possibly have pulled from to think that this would benefit doing at all?
Yeah.
What I'm bringing back the term.
Well, and like,
SJW.
And then you got
Professor BS. Did you find that told you that we need to stop catcalling?
Well, and then you got to define the parameters, right? You got to figure out what exactly is catcalling and what's not. You know what I mean? Like, is like, you know, whistling at somebody, like, you know, is that like catcalling?
Cancel this man.
Yeah, arrest me.
Cancel him.
Or is like, excuse me, ma'am, you're very pretty. Is that like, oh, you're under arrest? You know what I mean? Like, what exactly
Yo,
is it?
Shotty, you fine?
Like, nope, can't say that. You know?
No, it's just, oh man.
I wish my whistle was better. No.
Yeah, I don't. I was gonna say if you do the worst case scenario, if you do succeed there, is it just blows everyone's ears out.
Oh,
So
true. Okay, well, I guess it's
into
a
the
good thing I
mic.
didn't. They knew what I meant.
Yeah, no, it's just wild, man. Like, there's so many better things to be doing. So many better things. Like, why don't you go arrest more people for posting stuff on social media?
Oh, that's so much better.
Sarcasm.
I know.
But like, it's like they have nothing better to do. They do.
They do. I've seen, you know, I mean, like I follow this page on Instagram. It's called UK Crime. It's like there's all sorts of like just kids running at each other with knives and shit. You know, people like there's a epidemic of phone thieves. You know, or there's people walking down the street and these guys are on like the motorized bikes or electric bikes and they just drive by, grab the phone out of their hands and keep, you know. I mean, I don't know how frequent it is, but
you know
like
what would stop that?
Guns.
If the cell phone just exploded.
Oh, dude. No, this is crazy. Okay. So I was.
I'm not advocating for that, by the way.
I was listening to JRE and they got this guy on who wrote a book about the CIA and stuff. And he was talking about, I guess, who's a Cuban guy who was in charge back in the day, Castro, Fidel Castro. They were talking about him when he was in charge and like different plans that the CIA had to like take him out or like make him less influential, right? And one of the, I guess Fidel Castro really liked scuba diving and like hunting for shells and stuff. So one of the ideas they had was to find a shell, plant it in the ocean where he frequents for, you know, going hunting for shells, and put a bomb inside of it. So when he picked it up, it exploded and killed him. But they couldn't find a shell big enough to put the bomb inside. Is that not ridiculous?
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, your phone exploding just made me think of that.
That is funny though. Like,
but yeah, I don't know. It's funny. And then they also they thought they could like poison his cigar or something. And then they were going to like send propaganda over there to, or no, they were going to drug him. They were going to put like, dose him with like LSD and stuff. So when he gave speeches, he sounded like an idiot. So his people would be like, oh, what? Like, what's this guy talking about? And then they wouldn't,
we microdose.
Wouldn't have as much confidence in him, and then they stop following him.
Yeah, now we microdose everything.
Yeah. And
they're over here trying to give him LSD, and it's like,
but it was like around the same time as MK Ultra and everything. But I don't know. It was interesting.
That is a fascinating era of CIA because they're like, we have a problem, LSD. We don't even know how it can fix it. Well, but it'll fix it.
They probably still do stuff like that. You know,
Drug.
If back in the 70s they were thinking about planting a bomb in a seashell for somebody, like what are they doing now to kill people? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Putting them in jewel pods, vapes.
Yeah, there you go. Easy.
Zyn pouches.
Yeah. It's right by the face. You know, you're hitting a vape, and all you gotta do is it's got to be a little bomb, right? And you're fucked.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Now, speaking of
spending money on good things,
UK and absolute lack of any real judgment in the judicial system. I don't know where I don't know how I'm trying to segue this. Basically, in Oregon today, not today, yesterday, I think, a man was just acquitted of stabbing someone.
Okay. Tell me more. Like, did he have a car?
No, he was homeless.
Okay.
so this man, the how it goes, there was a dude sitting on a bench.
Was it self-defense?
And they claimed it was, and that's how he got acquitted. But let me paint the picture for you.
Okay.
A jury, by the way, acquitted him.
Oh, interesting.
So we blasted judges earlier, but juries know better.
Well, not an Oregon jury.
No, not a jury of Oregon peers.
It was in Portland, wasn't it?
So the white dude sitting there. Oh crap! It was a race thing. So the white dude sitting there.
Oh crap!
I gave it away. The white dude sitting on the bench. Black man approaches him, and from security camera footage, you just see them start to tussle, and then the black dude pull out a knife, and then stab the white guy, and then just kind of they separate, and then the guy's kind of like aggressing towards him. The black guy's aggressing to the white guy because he's got a knife. Duh. He's got the upper hand.
After he stabbed him?
After he stabbed him.
Okay.
I think in like the shoulder area. And then the police show up and they arrest. They shut it down, arrest the guy. And he got off. He got acquitted because the white man called him the N-word.
Okay.
I'm not exaggerating. The jury found the man not guilty of second-degree assault because he was called the N-word. Now you may ask, oh, so he just called him the N-word and the guy just attacked him? Which is crazy in and of itself. Words are not violence, people. Mm-hmm. Words are not violence. Just because someone says a mean thing to you does not mean you get to stab them. That's just ridiculous.
Well,
like what? But that's not even the crux of it. The crux of it was he called him the N-word after getting stabbed.
Oh. Well, why did he stab him in the first place?
We don't know.
Oh.
We don't know. But the defense said that the guy who did the stabbing was in fear of his life because the other guy called him the N-word, and so he defended himself. And I'm like, what insane world does this work in where, okay, he calls you the N-word so you defend yourself, but he doesn't call you the N-word until after you've stabbed him.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
None of this is, it's just virtue signaling bullshit. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Well,
And here's the crazy thing. This guy had already been arrested and convicted of stabbing someone 3 years prior. Okay. He's been arrested for stabbing people before.
Well, were they calling him mean things the first time?
I don't know. Maybe
we should just not call people mean things.
It's just this. What gets me is a jury dropped it. A jury dropped it because he called him the N-word.
I would like to know what was going on between them before he stabbed him.
In the footage, nothing. The guy's sitting there. So
could you hear?
No, you couldn't hear. You couldn't hear him say the N-word until police body cam got involved. Then they heard it on the police body cam, calling him the N-word. So the dude just walked up to him and stabbed him?
Potentially.
So here's the
thing.
Where
was this footage, the initial footage?
CCTV footage.
Okay.
So it's just a street corner and the guy's just sitting there and he walks up, he looks up and then within seconds the guy just starts stabbing him. But here's the thing. None of this makes any sense because the guy was sitting, the guy with a knife did not have to approach him if he was fearful for his life. He could have retreated. It's the same thing for standard ground laws with a firearm. I've been through the course for my concealed carry. Like I've been through it all. Like you have to have reasonable belief that your life is at risk to react with deadly force, and a knife is deadly force.
No, for sure.
He says the N-word, and now you think you're going to die? Like what? Like even if he said the N-word, even if he said it before he got stabbed, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it makes sense like that would drive certain individuals to the point of wanting to stab somebody.
But it doesn't. But what we should do is that person should be locked up and removed from society because we cannot have a society where words equatable to violence.
Well put. That I agree with. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he said. I don't care what he said. He could have called him the N-word 10 times. I don't care.
I mean,
go on your way.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't care. I don't care to the point of stabbing somebody. I care that
that's the context. If you couldn't figure out the context of me saying I don't care that he said if he said the N-word 10 times was balanced on be getting stabbed, then clearly you are a bad faith actor. Like you just don't want to understand. I'm not advocating for someone to just go call people the N-word. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is what the justification they gave that got this man released, and they drop all charges, is the guy said a word. And let's not even include when he said the word. Doesn't matter when. He said the word, okay, that's not violence. Words are not violence. Unless it's a call, and we have very specific laws for calls to action. This was not a call to action. It was some dude on the street who may or may not have said the N-word, and this guy stabbed him.
Is this appealable? Like, can they bring this up to higher courts?
I don't know. It's a criminal case.
Yeah.
So I would be interested to see if they can. They should.
If the victim even wants to.
They should.
Because that's crazy.
Because this guy needs to be locked up.
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough time today to get into my opinions on the current criminal justice system in the U.S. But this is just a symptom of it.
There's a lot of scary things going on with that. Isn't there like a movement to make, or isn't there people saying that speech is violent?
Oh, they've been doing it for decades,
and now they're saying silence is violence too.
They've flip flopped on everything.
Yeah, I mean, like you go towards that direction, you start heading into the direction the UK is headed in, or is now. You know what I
mean? We cannot like. It's just so I can't process that they acquitted him because the guy said the N-word, let alone it was after the fact, because it's true, we don't know what was said before the police got there. He did say the N-word on body cam after being stabbed. So I'll grant this. Maybe he said it beforehand. But it does not warrant violence. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I feel I agree with you. It doesn't warrant stabbing somebody.
Words don't.
I will probably say though that he probably did say it before too, because I'm just thinking if I were to get stabbed, like even if it were a black person, it wouldn't be the N-word. It'd probably be like motherfucker, you know. They'd be like, motherfucker. You know?
Oh, you're saying because he said it so readily after being stabbed?
Yeah, that he's probably used to saying it. You know, that's not like a word that a lot of people just throw around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easily. You know.
Okay, but that doesn't.
I'm not. Like I said, I still agree that it's not a call to violence. You know, it's not a reason to stab somebody. But you know, I could understand why they got into a tussle because they're probably on the polar opposite side of.
So the defense said that the guy came up to him to trade him the knife for a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, so he wanted to keep the knife and the cigarettes.
So allegedly what started the altercation was
it's all making sense.
The guy came up to him and tried to trade him a knife for a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about you. I've had interactions with homeless people. They come up and ask you for all types of wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do? Eyes forward. Keep walking.
Yeah.
Or you mind your business.
Yeah.
Like, that's the safest thing to do. So this guy probably did that. He probably was minding his business. Maybe he did mutter something. Let's play it out both ways. Let's say he didn't say anything. He minded his own business. The guy came up for whatever reason. He's like, this is assuming the guy wasn't on drugs of any sort.
Mm-hmm.
The guy with the knife. Assuming he wasn't.
They don't know that.
It wasn't reported. I'd imagine if he was, they would have reported it. But I mean, who knows? So let's say let's not put that he was on drugs or anything. But let's just play this out. He walks up, tries to get a pack of cigarettes off the guy. The guy says no or ignores him or whatever. Stab. Okay.
Maybe he gave him the cigarettes, and like I said, just wanted to.
No, he didn't.
No. Oh, he didn't? Okay.
No, there's nothing exchanged between them besides apparently the N-word.
A stabbing.
Yeah, a knife blade. So then let's play out the other one where he does say the N-word. The guy comes up, asks for cigarettes. The guy calls him the N-word. Stab. Both of those are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Neither should have happened.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like this is not acceptable. We need to stop doing this. Words are not violence. It's the same type of that jury. I guarantee you that jury,
or at least just like punch him or something. I don't know. Like just get in a normal like little street fight and don't stab a person.
I guarantee you, that jury, at least one of them, I bet, probably thinks Charlie Kirk deserved to get murdered.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Words are violence. Oh, it's justified in stabbing this guy because he said the N-word. oh, it's justified that Charlie Kirk got shot because Charlie Kirk was a quote racist.
Yeah.
It's the same mentality. We can't. Our society is not. We cannot be in a society where words are equatable to violence. It's just not how this works.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not good. It's not sustainable at all.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, because then you can start justifying. Well, officer, he said this. Well, how do we know he said that? You have to take my word for it because he's dead.
Oh yeah, it's a
officers. He said that.
It's a one-way ticket.
Your mama's so fat.
It's a one-way ticket to removing our free speech.
Yes,
is all it is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And censorship and and arresting 12,000 people a year for online comments.
Yeah, there we go.
That's all it is.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, Oregon, what's wrong with you? Jury, what's wrong with you? I mean, that's just like, man, if I'd been on that jury and it had to be like a unanimous decision, we would have never left. We would still be there now. We'd be there for the next 10 years. I would never concede that was acceptable.
I'd like to see statistics of state populations and the ratio of people who are drug addicts and criminals versus people who are not.
So where are more criminals located?
Yeah, where are more criminals and drug addicts located, and compared to people who are not, and not even criminals, just drug addicts.
My guess would be coasts, west and east coast, probably southern. I mean, it's all over.
Well, I guess that would just make sense because that's where the drugs come in. But
it's just a guess, just a random guess.
Yeah, that's true. Damn it. I was going to try.
Well, no, go ahead. What were you going to try and say? It's just a guess. It doesn't mean it's true.
I was just saying like these sanctuary cities and, LA and Portland and all this stuff where like just, crime is allowed and like drugs are just rampant. There's not very much, if any, effort to remove, drugs from the community, How does that affect the way people view society and their world views? You know what I mean?
Be an interesting discussion. I would say that. Well, I was just gonna make a little snarky comment, but
I'm just saying because Oregon's a big, like Portland's a huge sanctuary city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming.
What do you say from the N-word?
What?
It's a sanctuary city. What for? If someone calls you N-word, you can stab them.
Oh yeah, well exactly. That's my point. Yeah, well, one of my points.
But no. So what I was gonna say is like cue someone going, well, actually, your crime is actually lower than certain. Yeah, okay, because they don't prosecute.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because they don't arrest people.
Yeah,
that's why I said not criminals. That's why I said like just drug addicts.
That's
you know
fair.
what I mean?
Yeah. This idea that these blue cities are. I mean, don't get me wrong. Red cities have issues too. Red states have issues. There's crime everywhere. Crime everywhere is bad. Crime no good.
Yeah.
All crime bad. But if we stop prosecuting crime, guess what? Crime rates go down.
Yeah.
Shocker. So this idea that I hate when both sides are like, you guys have more crime. No, you guys have more crime. And it's like, well, we all have crime. Why don't we just stop?
Stop the crime.
Just, I don't know, lock them up.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
like
the laws are the laws. Why don't we just enforce them?
Yeah, seriously.
It's easy as that.
No. So that anyway, those are some hot button issues. Ethan, do you have anything fun to talk about that can maybe bring down my blood pressure a bit? Anything fun going on? Anything neat, cool, unique?
Well, there's some new development in the ancient human history department that I've been listening to and reading up on a little bit.
Okay, what's going on there?
Specifically down in Peru, where like the Incan Empire was, and as well as in Egypt. Did we talk about the labyrinth?
Yeah, we did.
Did we last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not last time, but we've talked about it.
And the giant metallic shaped thing that they found. Okay. Well, anyways, so in Peru, the Incan civilization. There's a bunch of names for different places within the civilization that I'm going to butcher and not remember, so I'm not going to talk about them. But essentially, they have found compelling evidence that there's a civilization that probably dates to like tens of thousands of years ago.
Okay.
Like, yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Older
right?
than,
like older than like the pyramids and, everything. Right. And there's like three, there's a Machu Picchu, right? Is the the Incan big city on the top of a mountain and stuff. And they found like underwater structures on a lake that's up in the mountains that, the lake wasn't like the lake was formed like tens of thousands of years ago, like tens of thousands of years before the Incas were even there. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting to me because like it kind of messes with a lot of present day assumptions of, the history of humanity. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. It's interesting. Like there's distinct levels of a lot of the stonework, like the Incas, they're saying built on top of structures and stuff that were already there from previous civilizations, which is really cool. And the way in which some of these structures were built is super crazy. Like it's pretty much like kind of like stone was melted on top of each other in a way, like they just fit super weird. Some people are saying it's like they used like geothermal I don't know what geothermal processes, I guess. Like they melted rock in order and just kind of like fit it on top of each other and like melted it to kind of like solidify it together, you know what I mean? And other people are saying that they could use like some sort of hypersonic, sound waves to vibrate stone in order to do it. But anyway, in any case, it's technology that we don't use today and don't have, which is kind of cool. And that level is the bottom level, meaning like it was a civilization that built that was older than the Incas, which is, I don't know. Found it very interesting.
Yeah, I find the idea that our current history books can't be rewritten is crazy. I don't think many people think that, but I'm sure a lot of people in the field do.
Well,
all this new discovery going on, and they're finding ways to poke holes in it, which I understand is the honest way to conduct. Like you need to
science. Yeah,
it's very strict, you guys scrutinize everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when people start doing the personal attacks is a bit crazy. Like a Flint Dibble on Graham Hancock.
Oh yeah,
Jerry, like that was absurd.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Like I mean, it's like a lot of, and I'm like I said, I'm butchering all of it, right? Because I'm not an expert at all. I'm really literally just repeating what I can remember in my head from something I listened to. There's this really cool channel on YouTube. It's called Uncharted X, and it's about this. I forget this guy's name. It's Van something. But that's all he does is travel around the world and look at ancient civilizations and provides his theories and stuff. And anyways, that's where I got some of this information from. And yeah, like it seems like kind of same with politics. It seems like there's gatekeepers for information. You know what I mean? There's people who are trying to keep the narrative, so to speak, the same. Just because it's what they've learned and it's what they don't want to be wrong. I would say, which is scary for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean? Like one, I would like it's just interesting to find the truth. And just because you think something doesn't mean that that's necessarily the truth. You know what I mean? And that should be just like a common sense thing, especially amongst, academics and people who have spent their life in universities and stuff pursuing, the truth. So this is what they was supposed to be doing.
Academics should be the first ones to welcome
new ideas. Exactly. Yeah. And it seems like they're not, right? Which is crazy because how many departments is that true and how deep does it go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
like, does it go as far as like the medical field? Does it go as far as...
No, the medical field and pharmaceutical companies are completely without blame. They are
100% virtuous.
Yep. Pinnacle of fantastic operations and how we should do everything in life.
Yeah.
CEOs are the worst, even if they are in charge of those companies, because they should need to be shot in the streets because they're CEOs.
It has nothing to do with the scientists or the people studying anything.
Nope.
And the fact that they're trying to hide the cure for cancer.
Nope.
It's like they're trying to hide the fact that the Great Pyramids weren't built by the King Tut.
King what?
I don't know what isn't that his name?
I don't know.
That's not the dude who built them. But anyway, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. like, okay, so archaeology is kind of an easy one to talk about and speculate on because there's actually a lot of super compelling evidence that what they're saying right now is probably wrong, or what they have been saying is probably wrong. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really affect a lot of things that are happening now. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a huge deal. It's just history, right? But just the fact that there are people in universities trying to, halt, further investigation and further exploration of these things. Exploration. Was I fumbling with my words?
You said expiration.
Expiration.
I was like
exploration.
We don't want them to expire.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, if it's happening with people within the archaeology field, is it not happening with people in other fields? And how bad and detrimental is that for the the benefit of society and the future of society? It's kind of scary.
Yeah. No,
that's my soapbox.
And that's a good one. I think I agree. A lot of the issue is college campuses, and it stems from higher academia being fearful of new information that they don't discover or they're not in control of.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not to say that every single idea that's presented is this is the way everything.
No,
give it healthy skepticism, but give it the skepticism. Don't shut it down.
Yeah, I mean that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying but I'm saying you can't just shut down new ideas because without presenting a compelling argument against it. You know what I mean? Got, it's like any debate. You can't just be like, no, you're wrong. You know.
That's why I saw someone it was on X, and
unless people are brainwashed.
Yeah, well, got plenty of that. That's why I saw on X when people were talking about, or no, like I said earlier, it was that Jubilee debate, Piers Morgan, where Piers said that Charlie Kirk was the definition of free speech, and they laughed at him.
Piers Morgan said that?
Yeah, and they laughed at him, and he's like, "Well, what's so funny with that?" They're like, "Are you kidding me? He debated college students." And he goes, "Yeah, he was willing to," or he said he was willing to debate and have open debate and discussion with anybody, anyone to present their ideas. How is that not the pinnacle of free speech? And then they attacked and said, "Oh, because he debated college students." And I'm like, there's so much to unbox there with that. First off, college students are adults.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a higher place of education. If universities stopped babying these adults, because they are adults, but we treat them like kids. I went to college. I can say this. I know it's a fact.
Bullshit.
We treat them like kids. We treat them like they're not adults yet. And even in university, in colleges, they don't even, it's not so much, they don't teach them how to think. They teach them what to think. And so
repeat that. What?
They don't teach them how to think. They teach them what to think.
There you go.
And so when this idea that Charlie Kirk was just debating college students is so mind-boggling to me, because it's
what do you like?
You should be debating college students.
Yeah, you're
here to learn.
Well, you're also shitting on your own university by saying that.
That too.
What I mean? Like, your college student's not good enough to debate Charlie Kirk.
Well, they're like, he should have debated actual debaters. And it's like, he did.
I've seen multiple videos where he says, call your professor down here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he wasn't allowing other people to come up to the microphone.
They just dismissed this entire idea that Charlie Kirk stood for free speech. They dismissed it through a downplaying of his opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the crazy thing is even if you disagree, on who he was talking to people and giving them a platform and letting them speak.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so infuriating that they laughed that he said that was the definition of free speech. That is the definition of free speech.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Having a conversation, be able to discuss ideas, be able to throw wacky, crazy ideas out there that there's some civilization older than the Incas. It's like, oh, that's crazy. Well, we just found evidence that suggests, and so it's like allow these ideas, talk about them, discuss them, don't shut them down.
For sure, and not even just simply an older civilization, like an older advanced civilization. You know what I mean? Like building a structures like that on the top of a freaking mountain. They're over 10,000 feet. Like to do that tens and thousands of years ago is insane. So it would just throw off the entire It would throw off all the history books. But anyways, to your point, Charlie Kirk, he is the definition of free speech, right? And I don't necessarily agree with everything that he would say in all of his positions and everything, but I was very much like respectful, and I was very much appreciative of what he was doing, because he was one of the few people with the type of following that he had who was, like you said, allowing people to just voice their opinions, and he didn't discriminate on who he let voice those opinions.
Yeah, no, it's sad to see that there's a large swath of the population that was A, cheered it on, B, downplayed, or A, cheered on his death, B, downplayed what he did.
Yep.
And then C, there's even people. I need to stop because I get so heated about it.
Yeah. Well, so do I. I just
it's just frustrating because I mean, come on, you're gonna shoot. I'm not gonna say you because I'm not gonna get into the whole debate of who shot him, and because Candace Owens is saying stuff, I don't even listen to her, and like everyone's saying
she's
stuff.
onto something.
I not my expertise. I stay out of that conspiratorial area.
Benjamin Netanyahu runs the world.
Who runs the world? Benjamin Netanyahu. Who runs the world?
No, it was crazy. I was at work. I was at work the other day, and this he's like I think he's still in high school. He walks up to me, and
what's up, Unk?
I shouldn't talk about like this kind of stuff at work, you know what I mean? But I entertained him because I was actually interested, and I was like, he came up to me, and he's like, he said, "Do you think Benjamin Netanyahu runs the world?" And I like forgot who that was for a second. I'm like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "That's the Israel guy." I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "I don't know." Like I wasn't going to give my opinion to one of my employees, you know what I mean? I was like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I think he does." I was like, "Okay, why do you think that?" And he's like, "Well, because he's a Jew." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Okay." I should have walked away from the conversation at that point, immediately, but I didn't.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I was like, "Well, that doesn't mean he runs the world, Like, and I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And he's like, "Well, I was like, I think that." He's like, "Well, what do you think?" I was like, "Well, I think the banks run the world." He's like, "Well,
who runs the banks?"
That's what he said, and I was like, "I don't know who." And he's like, "The Jews." I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, I don't know if he's right or not.
You start gassing him up. Like, yeah, man,
I did. Yeah. I was like, "Go, dude." I was like,
dude, be careful who you say that around.
Yeah, I know, right? We're going to get
They'll
shot.
hear you.
But anyways, I don't know. It's a little coincidental that, not long after Charlie Kirk started.
I'm not going to.
You don't want to even talk about it?
No, because to me, why
you don't want that to be true because
I don't care.
You'd rather my focus, you'd rather somebody from the left have shot him.
I don't care who shot him. The fact that somebody
that's a little insensitive.
No, I don't care who shot him because to me, the most important thing surrounding the death of Charlie Kirk, to me, the most important thing was the veil was lifted on how much of the population is okay with violence and reaction to words.
You think that's the most important thing that came from his death?
To me.
Okay.
To me, that is. I'm not saying that it is. Obviously, it's important who killed him. To me, it's not. I don't care. Because to me, it doesn't... My focus on the whole thing was he died. Look who was saying what. And look who was celebrating. Look who was rejoicing. And because I'm not going to sit there and speculate. It could have been the Jews. It could have been the left. It could have been the right. It could have been Trump. I've heard theories about say Trump ordered it. Like it could have been all these different things. I don't care. What I care about is the fact that a young man was murdered, assassinated, and killed. All the things for talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are at a point in this country where open and honest dialogue gets you shot and killed, that is very concerning. To me, that's more concerning than the conspiracy behind who shot and killed him.
Okay. No, I agree. What now?
To me.
Yeah. Now let me say why to me it's important to know who shot him.
Okay.
So I agree with you that the fact that somebody got shot over free speech is absolutely terrifying, right? Now it is important for me to know who shot him because let's just say one of the conspiracy theories.
Real quick, I'm gonna shine some light behind the scenes because now that we have new cameras, it's tracking.
Oh, it's following you.
It's following me.
There's our Friginator.
This is the fridge. I'm not. I'm just reaching for another refreshment, and we can do this now because of the new equipment. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm just grabbing another beverage. Yeah, this is weird. The tracking on this thing is weird.
That's 2 times you've knocked over your headphones.
Yeah, it's fine. That's really bizarre. Look at that. It tracked me to pick up my headphones. It's crazy.
You don't want me to present my argument.
No, I do. I just wanted to do that because I thought that would be funny. I mean, just neat, just the tracking. Anyway, hopefully this looks good in post. If it doesn't, I'm going to be mad. Anyway, Ethan, why do you think it's important who killed Charlie Kirk?
It's important to know the truth behind who shot him because it just affects a lot of the God damn it, dude. You already know how hard it is for me to keep my mind on track naturally, and you're throwing all these distractions in.
Naturally.
Okay. So let's say, okay, I'm just going to start from here. So one of the conspiracy theories that I've heard from the Kirk assassination is that it was done from an outside entity, an entity or an organization outside of the United States.
Okay.
Right. Which is super scary, right? If that's true, because that means that there are countries or organizations or whatever outside of the U.S. trying to, influence the country in a negative way. Right. Which is, to me, important to know if that's true so we can respond to that. You know what I mean?
Fair. That's fair.
That's like, I'm not going to say that's worse. Well, it's probably, I feel like that's worse than, the opposite political party doing it, some radical person doing it. If there's an outside country who is able to successfully assassinate one of the most prominent public speakers in the country, that's pretty scary. Like how, and then they just got away with it and there's no investigation. It's just like, oh no, it's this random dude that, was able to do all these crazy things and, we apprehended him a few hours later, like what? I don't know.
I'm not pushing back. I
know.
Okay.
Like that's my viewpoint, like I agree. It's just as sad and disheartening that he got killed because of free speech, but it's also important to know. So like I feel like it would kind of help us unite even more as a country if we knew that the actual truth behind it, and I'm not saying that this Tyler Robinson guy didn't kill him, but it all seemed kind of weird. Like there's this thing about the dude who, first got arrested on the scene of the crime for it. And then they charged him with, some.
What's happening to him now? Where's he at now?
Tyler Robinson?
No, the other guy, the first guy.
I have no idea. Okay. Do you know?
No, I don't. And I'm curious because my understanding was, my limited understanding, sorry, James is playing with the cables, and so I'm trying to keep him from yanking anything. My limited understanding was that he initially was reported that he was helping Tyler Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was very unlikely. I think he just happened to understand the situation going on and wanted to cause chaos. In my opinion, because he doesn't have to personally know Tyler Robinson to want to be able to throw some sort of wrench in the plans of law enforcement for tracking down whoever did it. Because it's a pretty quick, like, Charlie Kirk got shot. Obviously wasn't anyone close. And he can just go, well, if I just start causing a commotion, that detracts from whatever's going on back there. He doesn't know where the guy got shot. He doesn't know any of that. He doesn't know who did it. He didn't even have to know it was happening. Yeah. He just had to realize right away he did something that I approve of.
Sure.
I'm just going to throw a big old...
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to look up and see what's happened to him because I don't know.
I don't know what's happened to him, but what I can also say is that don't you think the CIA or the equivalent of an organization like the CIA from another country would know that as well and might want to plant somebody there to do the same exact thing?
That's completely fine. Yeah.
And when he was arrested for I'm just going to say that. That'll stay on Spotify, probably get us blocked from YouTube or whatever, but that's what he was arrested for. You know what you can't do when you're arrested for that?
I'll believe it.
You know what you can't do when you're arrested for that?
What?
Publicly disclose any of the information from the questioning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's there you go.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like right from the bat, that's what they arrested him for.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what, you just looked at his phone, and found some shit or what? You know what I mean?
Can I offer something more of a joke?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to detract from the situation.
No.
What are the odds that of the 3 people Kyle Rittenhouse shot, all 3 of them were criminals?
Were they really?
Yeah.
No. I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, my joke I'm trying to make with that is, oh, you mean a leftist was a criminal? Go for it. And I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean,
I
that's
just
funny,
noticed
but-
trends. No, I'm kidding. But no, to what you're saying, yes, that is rather interesting that and
Yeah, it's like-
convenient that they found something like that on his phone. I'm not naive enough.
Well, I don't know if they found it on a film. I just know that's what he
what
was
they say.
arrested for.
That's what they say.
That's not even what they said. That's
Yeah.
what he was arrested for. Like,
Well, that's what I'm
like I
saying.
said, you can't disclose information on it once you're arrested somebody for
Yes.
that because
So,
you're
I
not
do-
going to put that out into the public. You know,
I do find that
I mean, you can
interesting.
fact check me on that, but
No,
I
you're
think
right.
that came from something I saw from Candace Owens. That's why I was saying I think she's onto something because that's that. I don't know. That's and if stuff like that's going on, like there needs to put a stop to it. Like all these people are upset with Trump, and all these people were upset with Biden, but they're not even the people calling shots. Obviously, if stuff like that's going down, and we need to know if that's happening. Like other people need to be held accountable for stuff that they're doing. All these organizations. Especially if it's another country, dude. Like that's super scary. But I mean, that's another one of my soapboxes. That was another one of my tangents. And like I said, I'm not any sort of investigative reporter, so I don't know any of the details on this. I'm just
He's been released.
regurgitating what I've heard. He was released?
He's been released.
Oh, that's good. So he had nothing on him?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Is that what they said he was arrested for?
No.
Had nothing to do with it?
I'm trying to find up-to-date info. He was charged with obstruction of justice and also booked in connection with images on his phone.
Told you.
And they labeled it as child abuse. I don't know if that's because they're trying to avoid the P word or...
Probably. Where are you looking at?
This one's The Guardian. I just pulled up an article that ChatGPT gave me.
Yeah. Child abuse, I mean, more often than not, I would say includes
probably, yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I wonder what happened to him now.
but look up that law too. What I said about you can't disclose
Yeah.
information about the questioning and trial and everything on that stuff, which would make sense because you don't want that out, in general public, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
No, that's definitely interesting.
It's scary times, and I like I said, I'm very much a conspiracy theorist. I put the tinfoil hat on a lot, but conspiracy theories, are there for a reason. There's been enough of them that have been proven true to, I would say it validates a lot of skepticism, that people have in our government and institutions. You know what I mean? Because if they're able to cover up stuff like that, there's no telling what else they've been able to cover up. Like if you got money and power, it's pretty easy to hold on to it. If you got free reign over, society and surveillance and all this stuff.
Okay, so thank you for distracting.
I was just trying to blurt stuff while you were looking on your phone.
Yes and no. I will use the appropriate term, CSAM.
What is that?
Child
Okay.
material.
Okay.
So
TikTok, that's called TikTok safe or something.
Yes.
TikTok speech.
Now that we're posting stuff there, I'm trying to make sure we don't get flagged.
Yeah. Called is SA. Just so
Thank
you know.
you. Now I got to bleep that. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
More work for me to do in post. It's fine. So what the public can see is the arrest report, the charges documents,
Mhm.
court hearings, indictments, and sentencing outcomes. What they don't see is the files themselves, obviously, names or identification of the minors, and this is where you may have a leg to stand on here, or the theory might. Sensitive forensic details that could expose victims. That's a broad term.
No, I have a leg to stand on because you can't see any of the proof.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You can't see any of the all it's disclosed are what people said in the words.
Yes.
And the written, testimony or whatever. You can't see any of the proof. So if you can't see any of the proof, you can't prove anything. Like, hello,
Hi, how are you?
I kind of have to pee.
Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. I'm tired of digging, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
I'm tired of digging, Grandpa.
Was it Holes?
That's a classic movie. That movie is so good.
Leah quotes that all the
It
time.
is so good.
Yeah, he's still in custody. So,
Well, who's he in custody by? The FBI?
jail, Georgia, or whatever.
Georgia?
It's like the jail. He's not in federal.
The guy we've been talking about?
Yeah, whatever state. Utah County.
I was going to say, it's got to be Utah.
I read George and put an A on the end of it. Utah County Jail. He's still in jail. So, anywho, anyway, yeah. I guess just put a nice bow on. Wow, we've talked about quite a bit. Yeah, UK, you're a joke. You should feel bad. I have an idea for what we do with our criminals. Let's just send them to the UK. UK created Australia through being a penal colony. We can just do that to the UK.
Apparently, they have no shortage of jail space. They're arresting people for online comments.
And there you go. Who knows if we travel abroad? Oh yeah. Also, icing or cherry on top of this whole UK thing. There have been several reports now in the last month or two of comedians and not comedians being arrested as soon as they get back to the UK from being in the US. There was a comedian that was arrested.
Not the Carr guy.
Huh?
Jimmy Carr? Not him?
Not him.
Okay,
he's hilarious. I know.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's a treasure. He needs to just become a U.S. citizen and stay here.
Yeah.
But no, some comedian made jokes. I don't even know what the jokes were, but as soon as he got back, he was arrested. I think he was then later let go. I think he was released. I don't know. Anyway, he shouldn't have been arrested in the first place. They're jokes. Have a sense of humor.
And they didn't say him in the UK. So
yeah. Second, and I don't know where this guy is now, if he's still pending whatever. But a man was here on holiday. Quote the Brits. He's here on holiday.
A man was here on holiday.
Shooting some boomsticks. He's shooting guns down here in Florida. And he posted pictures on social media. And then when he got back to the UK, they arrested him.
What?
Yeah, they arrested him for alleged possession of firearms. And he's like, mates, I don't.
What?
You have all the guns.
Yeah, like what? Is he still in jail?
I don't. That one I don't know.
Wow. What the fuck? That's crazy. Wow. So they're arresting people for stuff that they do that is legal in other countries that they go to.
Yeah. He might have been released. I don't know. Just the fact that he got arrested in the first place. They were dropped. All the charges were dropped. Oh. So I will do this.
They are so scared.
I will say this. I'm not going to be one of the people who I will make a claim. Isn't it crazy that the UK is arresting people? They arrested this man for shooting guns in the US. And then I don't tell you that he's now, all charges have been dropped. Great, good. But what I will redirect you to is the fact that he was arrested in the first place.
Yeah, like that's
I'm not going to mislead you and tell you that he's still in prison or something. No, he's been let go. But it should have never happened in the first place.
Yeah, hey man, being arrested and going through that whole process, it's like, I'm not like a big like victim mentality type person, but that's not a easy process to go through. It can be a little traumatizing. So like the fact that they're just arresting all like people for all sorts of stupid shit, like that's not
they're
right,
arresting
dude.
them and
they're so scared to let people say what they want to say because they know that they're doing, they know that they're overstepping.
That, and they're hoping that nobody causes a commotion about it. And I guarantee you the only reason that either of these cases were dropped was because of the public outcry.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's the only reason.
I believe it.
Yeah. So,
I mean, they wouldn't have been able to,
which is
uphold
why
the charges if he wasn't in possession of a firearm, but
well, they would have found a way. That it's the same mentality of like if they get rid of trial juries for anything under 5 years, then they're just going to start judges just going to be throwing people in prison for hate speech.
That's true. Wow.
It's that to me that's one of the last barriers to their freedom of speech being, or them having absolutely no freedom to.
So is that going up for a vote or something, or
I'm not sure where it is in the process. It's been proposed.
Wow.
I'm not sure where it is right now. It's going to take some time, but if that happens,
rip UK. There was a reason we won.
I'm just saying, maybe it's been 249 years, almost 250. Can't wait for celebrate that. Maybe we should just maybe it's time we just they're our colony now. No, because then we're responsible for everything they do.
I do not want to take that over that mess, dude. Are you kidding me?
You're right.
We're better off.
We'll just turn
we're better off to keep trying to take over Venezuela.
We'll talk about that next time.
Whoops.
I did not want to go there, so we will not go there because it's already over an hour long. So we will go there next time.
To be continued.
To be continued with Venezuelan gangboats.
Just a bit of foreshadowing there.
Yep. So thank you guys for listening. If you made it here to the end, feel free to share, like, subscribe, do the things, press the buttons. We're on TikTok. Ugh, I know. Disgusting. We're there though. A lot of fun. Check us out on TikTok if you want to see people get mad in the comment section.
It's a great place to go.
Awesome.
Yep.
It's very cathartic to just sit there and go, oh yes. Insert meme of liberal tears.
If you like I said last time, if you think we've made some good points, let us know in the comments. If you think we're idiots, let us know in the comments as well.
All it does is feed the algorithm, brother. Yep. So we'll take hate too.
Yeah. And just remember not to whistle in the Appalachian Mountains.
I thought you were going to say whistle at women in the UK.
That too. That too.
Which is worse. Probably the UK.
Let's do an experiment.
I call the mountains. You can go to the UK. I'm not going there.
As long as you bail me out.
No, you couldn't pay me to go there.
You probably couldn't bail me out. I don't think they'd let you. Anyways.
They'd take one look at the podcast and be like, and keep going.
5 years.
4 years, 12 or
11 months, 30 days.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all the places, share, like, subscribe, do the things, press the buttons, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.